Two hijacked planes destroyed our trade center. You better believe it. We better deal with it. It's time to give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. In the morning of terror, sudden violence destroyed our two towers. Last hug, last kiss, last exchange. A couple falling hand in hand. Firefighters, rescue workers, sacrificing their own lives, burning, scorching, screaming, running. We better believe it. We better deal with it. It's time to give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. The sky was so blue, and we had no clue. Our city, our country, we love so much. We better believe it, we better deal with it. Check out, speak out, and reach out. Let's come together and work it out. All we are saying.
And you're still listening to Pop Defect Radio, this special all-women edition.
All right. We're coming back in. We're linking through Facebook, streaming right into Facebook, right in your face, getting out the message that the people have a voice, and that voice won't be censored.
From Misnomer,
anyway,
called Jagged Line.
Go ahead and
we also
get
heard
back
from
into
Bitch
it here.
and Animal with a track called
We do,
Searchlight. We heard from Jonathan Brooke with a track called War, and Judith did Fools Rule the World. Possible airplay on Pop Defect Radio. Please send your music, cassette, vinyl, or CD to PDR, P.O. Box 7507.
All right, okay, so just wanted to kind of close that out a little bit. Now we're, again, streaming live, and we had a special guest, Miss Anita Stewart. Hopefully you'll get to the website, get the information she's posting. She does an excellent job. She's a great writer and blogger, and now local government official who's willing to come out and tell the truth. Even if you're a staunch conservative Republican, I think you could probably appreciate the truth, okay? Whether it comes from the left, right, upside down, it doesn't really matter to me as long as it's the truth. I know that there are some people out there that just really like to be entertained when they tune into these kind of shows, but really we've got enough entertainment, folks. We've got people who will talk about anything but what is really going on, you know, and they use psychological tactics to get us at each other's throats. That's not the nature of this show. We want to get out as much information to the grassroots, and that means you, as possible. And we really don't care about the mainstream media. Anyway, I know we've probably been listening to the mainstream media, and if you have, you've heard different things like I think Oberman's been kicked out of his show, been suspended without pay, and I wonder why. I wonder why it is that people are consistently being kicked out of the media for telling the damn truth. I mean, really, do you still think that your media is free? I mean, can you? I wish I could get some calls in here and answer that question, or maybe get into the chat room, because if you think your media is free, where's Oberman? Where is Helen Thomas? Where are all these people that are being knocked out on a consistent basis, just fired, just for telling their opinion? Whether it's truth or not, it is still their opinion. And they use things like, well, you cursed on the air. Well, hell, you know what? Those goddamn airwaves are ours. We pay for them. And not some fat ass sitting on a desk somewhere with a tie. He didn't pay for shit. He's just the guy in charge of running it right now, okay? And the reason he's still in charge of running it is because we haven't taken back our power. The way you do that is the way you let these clowns know that you don't really appreciate all the glitz and titillization, and especially if they're not going to tell you the damn truth, is to turn that radio show off. Let them advertise to nobody. Buy none of their products from their sponsors, and you know what? They won't be there. That's the way it really does work in the real world. If they don't have sponsors, and those sponsors, if they do, don't see any traffic, they're not going to re-sign. They're just going to basically say, hey, man, you're talking to yourself. You don't have an audience, and we are not going to advertise for you. So you can do something. You have a responsibility if in the media you find that basically they use titillizing facts or even fiction to get you all riled up instead of telling you the damn truth, then you need to do something about it. I have. Basically, for the last 7-8 months, was in WOIC studios telling the truth and really taking it on the chin, because you know why? Advertisers don't like the goddamn truth. They can't stand it. You know, if you tell them, hey, Burger King's got a wonderful burger, but if you eat that son of a bitch, you're going to die, who's going to buy it? So, you know, you have to lie to even be involved in the media as it is, and we're seeing a hell of a blackout in the Gulf area, which I am furious about. I just wanted you to know, personally, I don't appreciate it. And I really don't appreciate, you know, BP's long hand and being able to buy up ad time and force people out. I think it's just ridiculous. I think that maybe, just maybe, some of you guys out there will stand up and start taking back your media. Do what I did. Get a couple of computers, get online, start broadcasting to your friends and neighbors, those things that you really find important, because I promise you, they will find them just as important as you do. And they'd probably much rather, you know, get it from you than get it from these high-priced whores who work on these radio shows, television shows. You know, they're ubiquitous throughout our media. These guys really don't have anybody's self-interest. I mean, they have their self-interest, and that's it. They don't care whether you know that burger from Burger King will kill you, you know, as long as the advertising revenue is coming in there. Okay, so it is better to tell the truth rather than lie. Better for your conscience. Yeah, well, it is better for your conscience, but it is also better for your awareness. For the people around you, I don't really want to talk just to hear myself talk. I'd rather get people on who are actually doing something and have them explain why they're doing it, why they're so passionate about it, or, you know, eyewitness testimony on situations that the media won't cover. And that's really the deal. You know, I mean, why else would I stand up there unless I was some kind of narcissist who liked to hear his own voice? I promise you that's not the case. I don't like the sound of my own voice, to be honest with you. When I'm editing these tapes, the first thing I want to do is pull my voice out of it. But somebody's got to ask the goddamn question, you know? Hey, what's really going on? That's the only reason I do this, because I think I may have a knack for getting right to the point and cutting through the bullshit, you know. But anyway, looking in your chat rooms, WOIC suffered a major loss getting rid of you. I'm relieved to hear the news from Anita about the Gulf. Well, there are people who are standing up and can't be shut up. And as long as they're out there, I'm going to try to get them on my show. You know, we need to hear this stuff, folks. We need to hear it in a way that it's not filtered by the mainstream, because they're going to look at the, you know, a lot of people would have focused on Anita's election more so than what's going on in the Gulf. And sure, that's a great public interest story, But, I really want to get down to the facts of what they are doing to the people there because, as I mentioned in previous shows, the bottom line is that if you don't give a damn about them, then I know damn well you don't give a damn about me. And that's the way I look at it. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Green Party, if you're not speaking up for the innocents who are being sprayed with this damn neurotoxin, then I don't want to talk to you. I don't care what party you represent, what agenda, what ideology. You can take that and shove it. The bottom line is when stuff is affecting real people and you don't report it, then you're complicit in it. You are complicit in the cover-up. Just wanted you to know, in case you ever wanted to know how I felt about it. The FCC is nothing more than a Gestapo. Well, it's more like organized crime than Gestapo. Gestapo would kind of insinuate there was some kind of government agency. It is infiltrated heavily by the CIA, and your message is filtered and controlled. You better believe that, okay? But more so than a Gestapo, they're like a syndicate. If you were a political candidate, and let's say you want to reach the black vote in a certain town or city, it pays to have a hip-hop, shake your booty, smoke that dope radio station so you can get your political message to people who are not political, who really only care about, music. And, I don't have anything against hip-hop or rap, but it's very popular right now, and it occurs to me that most of the people that listen to it don't listen to talk radio. They don't really read newspapers. They're really just going to work, trying to get home, a little entertainment in between, but they're politically inept, not very savvy. Let's just put it that way. They know some shit's going on. They just don't know who's doing it and what for. And so for political candidates to spend the bulk of their money trying to recruit these people tells you so much about what they think of the rest of us. And that's all I'm saying. Anyway, looking back into the chat room, that is not true journalism, reporting nothing about the Gulf. I agree. And, how is it a concerted effort by all of them? Did somebody circulate a memo that I didn't get that, hey, you're not supposed to cover the Gulf. You're supposed to shut the hell up and cover the New York Giants and their new win? I mean, it doesn't that affect everybody? I mean, does that make you happy to know that the New York Yankees won the whatever? Who gives a damn? Who gives